We've all seen the commercials, the ones with the sombre piano music and the grey couple sitting on a park bench, looking worried about final expenses. They make it sound if you don't have a massive policy, you're leaving your family in ruin. But today we're asking the uncomfortable question: is life insurance after retirement actually a waste of money? I'm John and this is Retired and Inspired. Today I'm putting my no-nonsense hat on. We're going to look at why the insurance industry loves retirees and why you might be able to fire your insurance agent tomorrow and save yourself thousands. No fancy charts, just some straight talk. Why do we have it in the first place? First, let's remember why we bought insurance 30 years ago. You had a mortgage, you had kids in school, and you had a spouse who depended on your salary to keep the lights on. Back then, insurance was a necessity. It was a replacement for your income. But fast forward to today, your kids are hopefully off the payroll. Mine are not actually, they're always needing something. The house is paid off or close to it, and you aren't working for a salary anymore. You're living off your nest egg. If the risk you were insuring against, losing your income, no longer exists, why are you still paying for the protection? It's like paying for a guard dog when you don't have a house anymore. We need to shift our mindset from I need this to does it actually serve me? The self-insured tipping point. This is the concept the insurance companies don't want you to think about, being self-insured. If you have a healthy savings account or equity in your home, that is your insurance. If you pass away, your spouse or heirs get them assets. If your funeral costs £5,000, but you have £7,500 in a dedicated savings account, why are you paying £50 a month for a final expense policy? Over 10 years, you'd have paid in the insurance company £6,000 just so they can give your family £5,000 back. Does that sound like a win to you? Not to me. In retirement, your goal is to keep as much of your cash as possible. Every pound spent on a premium is a pound you can't spend on travel, grandkids, or a nice dinner out. When is it not a waste? Now, I'm not saying it's always a waste. There are 3 specific times it's essential. Number 1, debt. If you still have a massive mortgage or co-signed loans that your spouse couldn't handle alone. Number 2, pension maximisation. If your pension stops the moment you pass away and your spouse will be left with nothing, a policy can bridge that gap. Number 3, special needs or inheritance taxes. If you have a child with special needs who requires lifelong care or an estate large enough that the government is going to take a massive bite out of it. But for the average person watching this, if your debts are low and your savings are stable, you might be over-insured and under-cashed. Term versus whole life insurance, which is the trap. Let's talk about the whole life trap. Agents love selling this because it builds cash value. In retirement, whole life is often incredibly expensive. They tell you it's an investment. Friends, your investments should be in the market or in your bank, not tucked away in an insurance policy where the fees eat up half of the growth. If you absolutely must have insurance, term is the usual way to go. But even then, at our age, these premiums start to skyrocket. If you're looking at a quote that feels like a car payment, that's the universe telling you to look at your bank balance instead. The conclusion: take action. Here's your homework. Pull out your policies this week, look at the monthly cost, then look at your why. If you're keeping it out of guilt or fear, it might be time to let go and self-insure. You've worked hard for your money. Don't give it away to a £1 billion company just because a commercial made you feel sad on a Tuesday afternoon. If this helped you clear up the air on your finances, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It tells YouTube that retirees really want real talk, not sales pitches. Subscribe to Retired and Inspired and let me know in the comments, are you keeping your policy or are you going to fire your agent? I'm John. Stay inspired, stay smart with your money, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.